stream from where the yokel's grown. As you can see, we're sitting inside the house, and that's because today is our second baby backyard chicken vlog. And I wanted to bring you guys up on an update. I think I'm going to do these once a week because they are changing so much. They are growing so fast, faster than I thought they would. And we're going to talk about that here in just a minute because I suspect they may have been a little bit older than 1 day old when they were shipped. But beyond that, let's talk about the baby chickens. They've been here now for 10 days, and in 10 days they have grown. In 10 days we've had to take them out of the smaller portable dog kennel and put them in our bigger portable dog kennel. And just remember, everybody, anything I talk about in this video will be linked down in the description box below. That said, I want to talk about how great of an experience this has been. And I know that I probably talk from a place of that's different from everybody else. You know, a lot of people have bad experiences when they get chickens, but honestly, I don't know if you watch anybody else on YouTube, but one of the YouTubers that I watch is called Oka Bode, and I will link her down in the description. Most of her stuff in the beginning of her YouTube channel was all about her backyard chickens, and she gave very sound advice, and I followed that to the T. And I think that allowed me to set my chickens up for success. The other thing I will say that helped me is that I got my chickens, I did a lot of research on where I was going to get them, and I knew I didn't want to go to a place like Tractor Supply because they couldn't tell me where the brooder was, so I could look up if there were reviews on this brooder or how healthy their chickens were when they came in. But with mypetchicken.com, I was able to do that, and they have great reviews, and I honestly don't have anything negative to say about them. They sent me the notice on May 1st, said your chickens had shipped. They sent me, hey, they'll be here by 10 a.m. I made a phone call to the post office. There was a little confusion, even though the post office had set it up. The main branch got it confused, and they panicked because they had baby chickens, and they sent somebody in a car to our house to deliver the chickens when I had arranged it to pick them up at the post office. So that was probably the most traumatic experience I've had through the whole thing. Excuse me a minute, my pickles is under my camera, and I'm afraid she's gonna knock it over. Okay, so back to what we're talking about, the chickens. So when we got them in, I made sure to, you know, get them inside of the kennel and get them settled. But I think one of the things that made it more successful was in her vlogs that she does on Oka Bode. She had talked about putting electrolytes in the water. So when I went to look for electrolytes that she suggested at Tractor Supply, they didn't have any of that. And they had another electrolyte which had probiotic and acidifiers in it. And I really believe that was the game changer because everybody I know, all their baby chickens have gotten that pasty butt, you know, where they have diarrhea too bad and it gets all in their feather. I had one which is Pearl. She still has a little problem, but what she's got is I don't want to pull on those feathers. I do soak it with a cotton ball with warm water and kind of work it out, but she was the only one that I had any problems with that, and she's over it now. She's doing fantastic. In fact, she's the leader of the flock. And she is the light Brahma, and I absolutely love her. Each one of them has their own personality. Pearl is the leader, and she is definitely possessive over me. So she imprinted onto me pretty quickly. The first one that was the most curious about me, she didn't really imprint on me, was Paisley. Paisley is definitely the most adventurous of the group. She is the one that if I open up the zipper, she's probably going to come out the door, you know, so she's not as scared as the others are. Raptor, who is the smallest one, now Paisley is an Easter egger. Now, one thing I will say, I chose a certain color of an Easter egger, and it was I don't remember the breed, but it was a brown reddish color, real pretty. Both of my Easter eggers are, one of them is a light tan, almost a taupe color, with gray and black and dark brown feathers coming in, while the other one is more of a chocolate, and she's got dark brown feathers and kind of darker brown tips on those feathers. Both of them are Easter eggers. In the face they look exactly alike, but their colors are two different colors. And then that's Paisley and Ostara. Those are the Easter eggers. Now Ostara, she is the one that was the most traumatized, and she is definitely the one that is the most spunky. She is the funniest one to watch because she's scared to death of you, but if you just stand back and watch her, she's the one who is really utilizing her wings. She was the first one to fly up. She was the first one to get on top of the hot plate. She was the first one to get at the top of the perch that's in here. So she's been fun to watch, but she's still very scared of me, and so we're still working with her. And then there is Ruby. Ruby is a buff Orpington or Orrington. I don't know how you say it. It should sound like Orrington, but it has a P in there, so I don't know if you pronounce the P. But she is going to be kind of a reddish brown. That's how she got the name Ruby. But she is also she is the meanest of the group. She might be one of the smaller ones, but she's definitely the meanest. And when she first came in, she's relaxed now, but she was definitely the meanest of the group. And then there's Raptor, who is our kind of our pride and joy. We knew she could have been one of 4 of the Coquins of the group that was in there, but we ended up getting the one we wanted, which was the Patridge Coquin, and she is going to be beautiful. She's already, as a chick, she's stunning, but I can't imagine what she's going to look like when she becomes an adult. You can already see her creamy chocolate feathers with the dark tips of black on them, and she's already got fuzzy feet. So it's going to be interesting to see how they turn into adults. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I clean everything. I'm going to briefly talk about it, then we're going to meet the chickens. But every other day I clean this pen. I put fresh wood chips in it, and I do that just because I don't want them to ever be pecking, you know, at their feces a lot. I just think that's gross. But I do change their water 3 times a day now because they are kind of, you know, they're getting to where they're scratching and kicking and doing all kinds of things. So the wood chips are getting in the water, and then I feed them twice a day. I'm probably, as they get older, you know, because I don't put a lot of food in there, I'll probably bump that up to 3 times because I imagine as they get older and bigger, they're going to eat more. So, you know, I always want to make sure that on top of my game, I am feeding them an organic baby chicken grower feed. Here, probably in a few days, I'm going to start finding the dandelions in our yard. We do not spray our yard with anything. So I'm going to start finding the dandelions and try to introduce them to them. I've already tried to introduce them to a couple of fruits. If it's in my hand, they will peck at it and eat it. But if I set it down, they leave it there and they don't touch it again. So I'm not sure if it's just they fear it because it's there and they just don't know what it is. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I'm going to introduce them to dandelions, which means I'm going to start introducing them to grit to help their digestive system, you know, kind of digest that more organic material that hasn't been broken down yet. So last but not least, I want to talk to you about why I got chickens. My main purpose, of course, is eggs. I am not going to use these chickens for meat in any way, shape, or form. I'm already emotionally attached to them, and I guarantee when one of them dies, I'm going to bawl my eyes out because that's just who I am. I have no intention of ever using them for meat. These are going to be my chicken layers. These are going to be my first experience with chickens. I'm hoping that they live a long time, but you know, if they don't, then we may get more. We'll just have to kind of see how that goes as the time goes on. I really don't know, but that's why I got backyard chicken. So with that said, let's meet the chickens, y'all.
Hi girls, morning. Morning girls. You ready? You ready for a snack? And talk to some people? Don't peck each other, girls. Okay, here we go. All right, here are my girls. So the little black and white one who's very possessive of me, that is Pearl. This little girl right here is Ostara. The little yellow one back there is Ruby. This little brown one that just came up to the left, see her? Oh, Pearl, Pearl. Get in there, Pearl. Oh, Pearl's kind of she's kind of possessive of me. This little brown girl right here to the right, this one I have my finger on, that is Raptor. Now I'm trying to get them used to eating from my hand so I can call them, and they come right to me when I call them now. This little girl right here is Ostara, and we'll show you Pearl's trick. Pearl, get my hand. Pearl, get my hand. Are you going to get in there? Come on, your sisters are going to get mad. There you go, Pearl. Get out of the way. Stay in there, Pearl. This little girl that's pecking at me right now, this is Ostara. Well, now they're all here. Aren't they the cutest little things? Oh, Pearl. Pearl's a little possessive of me. I'm out, guys. I'm out. I'm sorry, I'm out. Okay, so this one right here is Pearl. This one, little brown one right here, beside Pearl, well, it was beside Pearl, was Ostara. This one's Ruby. And this little one right here, that's Raptor. And then Ostara is right here. This is Ostara right here. Each one of them has their own little personalities. They're actually a lot of fun. I'm trying to get a good angle on them. But you know, they move quick. Hi girls. Hello babies. Hello. You can see they come right to me. I've been training them like this for about 4 or 5 days now, and they've taken to it really well, and they're ready to eat. So we're going to close this up. This is Pearl. This is Raptor. This is Ruby. This is Ostara. And this one right here is Paisley. We have 5 in all. She is this little pretty one right here, which is, I'm really excited that we got this one of the group. That is, they will come out. We don't want them to come out right now. Yeah, because the cats are out. I know, girls. Okay. Let's get you fed. Let's zip you back up. And
now that we met the chickens, here is how I take care of them on a daily basis and every other day. I just want to say thanks for hanging out with me in this vlog. I truly appreciate your time, and I know sometimes these videos can be a little long. I try to shorten them, keep them lower than 10 minutes, under 6 minutes if possible. But I would just want to tell you how much I appreciate your time and hanging out with me, and I hope you are truly finding value in these videos. I hope that one day somebody will find these videos who are just starting out on their own chicken journey, and they'll get a lot of helpful advice. With that being said, if you have any advice for me, please put it down in the comments. And as always, anything I talk about or anything I show in the video, I will put a link to it in the description. I do not have an affiliates program to any of this stuff, so please feel free, if you need it, go click on it, research it, whatever. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button, because new videos are posted often. We have a huge garden with garden tips, tricks, and how-tos and how-don'ts here on this channel. Until I see you in the next video, you all take care of yourself, you keep your heads up, and as always, you keep growing. Bye-bye.